Hey guys, Kenny here. I'm here to review the 2008 movie sim simply called Rambo, starring Sylvester Stallone, Julie Benz, Matthew Marsden. I think that's all the names that I recognize. This is a very, very good installment. I think this is my second favorite in all four of the Rambo movies. This has to do with John Rambo living in Burma and this kind of small Christian group go to where he is staying and try to talk him into saving the people in Burma. Then he takes them out on this boat and takes them to where they want to go. Then he goes back, I think, to uh, where he was staying. And then he finds out that little Christian group got taken hostage by that Burmese army. So he has to go back and save them with this little like made up little army of specialized army guys. They have various talents. Then he ends up saving that Christian group, but not before killing off most, if not all the Burmese army. This is very timely because what's depicted is that the Burmese army use their own people, not the army, but the civilians, as like these like a training, just there for training, or just put them out into their little training areas like cattle, or just put them out there for nothing. And the the other horrifying thing is um, the some Burmese army people throw out these bombs, and then the people are ordered to run out into that field where these bombs are littered around by a gun going off, and then they run off, and whoosh. You never know where these bombs are, and any moment a person could blow up. The other terrible thing is that the Burmese army can also go in and set fire to homes and kill their own people. Ugh. And I think because of Sylvester Stallone doing this film, I think he's banned from Burma, is what he says. But I applaud you, Sly, for having the courage to be able to do this picture. This has the bloodiest violence out of all of the Rambos. And Sly's best performances Rambo since the first film, First Blood, in my opinion. There's this girl that's in the that Christian group who starts trying to get close to John, but he knows that they should go back to where they go, and he'll stay where he is. The ending was so poignant. Has to do with him going back to his home. It's like this ranch. I think the girl in the Christian group talks to him about it, why he never went back home. Then he does. Very good closure to this particular movie. I know there's going to be another one, so I'm looking forward to Rambo 5 so much, because Rambo, this fourth one, was so satisfying to me. And in this Rambo, Sly looks even more, much bigger and larger than he did in the first one, First Blood. He doesn't look as small as he did in First Blood. He looks much buffer and stronger, which I think if he had stayed the same size as he did in First Blood, I don't think that would have worked in Rambo 4, this fourth one. But I highly recommend this. It has some very good dialogue, and the action it's like once it starts, it never stops. Oh. I was very fortunate enough to have seen this particular Rambo in the theater. That I know I seen the other three in the theater, so I'm very sure of it. At least at least two of them first, Rambo 2 and 3. I know I had to have seen those in the theater, so this was the third one I saw in the theaters. This was such a breath of fresh air when it was released, because we had so many crappy action movies. Some good, but the majority of them in the last 20 years up to when this was released were awful. There were some I really did love, like Face Off, Speed. Even the first Bad Boys. And one that's not very thought of very much, Last Action Hero. That was another one I loved. But this is on Rambo, 2008. Can't think of enough good things to say about that. I'm getting a little choked up because of it. If you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe over here if you're watching the video, or subscribe down here if you're watching the video on my channel. Bye.